Okay, so welcome to section 6.3, converting measurements. This whole section is about using ratios and conversions to convert one unit or one rate into another one. Um, we've already talked about unit rates in section 6.2. Okay. Now we're going to convert rates using dimensional analysis, and that's what we're really just going to do in this video. In class, then we'll do the conversion between systems of measurement. Yeah, we'll do just the first part here, just converting rates using dimensional analysis. Okay, now depending upon what classes you've had before, you might have seen this before. You may have a little bit different way of looking at it depending upon if you took physical science or something else. But dimensional analysis is a process used to convert between one measurement unit or rate to another. There are many techniques, but this is one technique. So the first thing on your notes, you'll see you'll get to keep this in class as well, and also for your tests and quizzes I'll let you use this because I'm not trying to get you caught up with this, but here are our general conversions between metric and customary measurement system in the United States. Make sure anytime you do any kind of converting stuff, you look through this. Everything we're going to need is going to be in here in some form or another, except for three things, which hopefully seem obvious, but we're going to go over in a moment. Yeah, those will all be something we'll use. Now, the first thing that is new for you, that's on your sheet there, is it says 1 hour equals blank minutes. Okay. Now, I know we know this, but just to cover it, one hour is 60 minutes. I also left one more off. I just realized now that I won't put on there. One day, of course, is 24 hours. For us, there are 365 days in 1 year. It's not exact, but we sometimes say 52 weeks in a year. And there are obviously 12 months in a year. So those all come up. But I think those are all, those aren't as big of a deal because we have one conversion there. And we're not talking leap years, so I'm talking about 366. Now, what you may have to worry about a bit more, though, is seconds in an hour. So we're going to use this dimensional analysis first to convert that. Now, of course, to go from seconds in an hour, you need to know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. Okay. So here's how dimensional analysis works. I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. I want to know 1 hour is how many seconds. Okay. So what we do is we start with a little line here. We'll make it like basically a little chart. So we're going to start with 1 hour. Okay. Now what do we know about an hour? Well, we know 1 hour is 60 minutes. So if I put 1 hour on top of that, I'm going to put 1 hour down here. I'm going to put 1 hour down here at the bottom. The reason is I want hours to cancel off. Okay. And then if 1 hour is 60 minutes, I'm going to put 60 minutes right here. Okay. And then once I know that, I go, well, I know what minutes convert to for seconds. I know that 1 minute, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So I've got minutes on top. Now I'm going to put 1 minute down here on bottom and 60 seconds on top. Now, the reason you're saying, why was I putting the one on top and the one on bottom? Well, now what I can do is I can think of this as like distinct fractions that I'm multiplying. Okay. And as I multiply, hours and hours cancel, minutes and minutes cancel. I get the units to cancel off, and all I'm left with is seconds then. So work-wise, all I have to do is multiply 1 times 60 times 60 divided by 1 times 1 times 1, which is this, which is 3,600 over 1, and the units were seconds. So it takes 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. Okay. All right. Now, doing some problems here. Let's do some real problems. First one, convert 520 miles per year to miles per month. Okay, so 520 miles per year to miles per month. Now, there's my first, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Now, if I do my dimensional analysis, I have my first rate, 520 miles in 1 year. So that's what I start off with. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to figure out then is how can I convert these? And if you look, miles is already miles on top, so I'm done with the miles. I don't need to do anything with this. What I need to do is I need to get rid of the years in the denominator because I go with years here, but months here. So the first thing I have to ask myself is there a direct relation between years and months? And that's the first question that's going to pop up. Okay, so hopefully you said, yes, 1 year is equal to 12 months. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll use that relationship. So I'm going to replace 1 year on bottom and put 1 year on top and put 12 months on bottom. And now what's happened is I've canceled off years like I wanted to cancel off, and I'm left with months on bottom, which is what I want. So now I'm ready actually to go across. I got 520 miles in 12 months. And what I'll do then is I'll divide that because that's what's going on here. So I'll get my calculator out. I could do it by hand, but we're going to use calculators. So 520 divided by 12 gives me 43.3 repeating, which is really 43 1/3 miles per month. There we go. Okay. All right, question 2. Convert 120 miles per hour to miles per minute. Okay. So 120 miles per hour to miles per minute. Okay. So, whoops, I'm off the screen. So that's what I'm starting off with. So I've got miles to miles. So that's okay. I don't need to worry about converting that. So when I start my little table off here, that means I'm not going to mess with miles at all. It's going to stay there. But now the question is, do I have a conversion between hours and minutes? Okay. And so that's what you got to sort out, and that's the question you're going to get asked real quick. Okay, so hopefully you said yes, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, so now what's going to happen is instead of hours on bottom, I'm going to put hours on top. And what is 1 hour equivalent to? 60 minutes. Okay. And now that I've canceled off hours, I've still got miles on top, which is what I wanted, and now I have miles on minutes on bottom, so I'm ready now to multiply across. So 120 times 1 over 1 times 60 gives us 120 miles in 60 minutes, which actually means then when I divide that, I don't need this calculator for that, it divides out evenly, 2 miles per minute. That's our rate now. All right, last example then, swimming pool. Swimming pool. So we have a swimming pool that's being filled with water at about 300 gallons per hour. It wants to know how many quarts per second is this. So we have 300 gallons in 1 hour. Question is, how many quarts in 1 minute would that be? Okay, so here we go. 300 gallons in 1 hour. How many quarts in 1 minute? Okay, so we have two things we have to convert. We have, was it minutes or was it seconds? Now I think per second, not minutes. Whoops, I said it seemed wrong. Per seconds. Okay. All right, so what we have to ask ourselves is, do we have a conversion between gallons to quarts? And do we have one for hours to seconds? Okay, so hopefully you say yes. Okay, what I want you to do though is I want you to go back and look at the table in your book, or in your notes I gave you, and look up and see is there something that converts gallons to quarts, and is there something that converts hours to seconds, and then fill that in the video. Okay, so let's go back to that then. Scroll back. I know I have one for seconds. Hours to seconds. I already did that one. But if I look here, I'm looking for gallons to quarts, and I have it right here. It's right. Sorry, I'm trying to do the highlighter. Right here. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. So 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. And then in the video earlier, I already did that 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds. Okay. So now, let's sort this out. All right, so let's start over here. Okay, start here. 300 gallons is in 1 hour. Okay, now let's do gallons to quarts first. Let's get that taken care of. So I have gallons on top. I got to put gallons on bottom. And I know quarts, it goes on top then. And 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. And now gallons are gone. I'm good on top. I've just got quarts. Now for the other one then, looking at this, 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So I'm going to put hours on top to cancel off with the hours there and put seconds on bottom. And 1 hour is equivalent to 3,600 seconds. Okay. And so now hours are canceled and I'm ready to multiply across. 300 times 4 times 1, which is 1,200 quarts, and 1 times 1 times 3,600, which is 3,600 seconds. If you get your calculator out and divide it, you'll get 0.33 repeating, or 1/3, not quarts, not gallons, 1/3 quarts per second. That's how we're going to reduce. All right, now you have for homework then 2 problems that are exactly like these two on the back of the notes there for you to complete. Bring those in done in class. If you need to, you can go back and you can rewind and look as I go through any of these problems, or if you get stuck, you can come in before school in the morning and we can talk. But those are expected to be done before class. Great. Thank you.